the Houston Texans, it's a very interesting year for them in 2023. New coaching staff, brand new quarterback in CJ Stroud. There's reason to be optimistic if you're a Texans fan. I don't quite trust the stability in their front office just quite yet. Again, they've made some changes. They're doing some good things. I just want to go and see how the Texans look in about 3 years. If they're trending up every single year, then okay, we can have another conversation. But let me just say right now, the piece to the puzzle that is Will Anderson for the Houston Texans, there is a ton of pressure on him. There's probably more pressure on CJ Stroud for obvious reasons. He's supposed to be the game-changing franchise quarterback for the Houston Texans, but the Houston Texans moved rivers and water to go get Will Anderson. They spent the 12th overall pick, the 33rd overall pick, and next year's number 1 overall pick potentially to go and get Will Anderson. And listen, Will Anderson is a good football player. Is he all-time special as a talent? I would argue not. I don't think that Will Anderson is on this all-time great trajectory. I don't think he's an all-time talented pass rusher. You know, he's not in the Myles Garrett boat. He's not in the Nick Bosa boat. And that's fine because you want players to be who they are. But the thing is, you traded all these picks for a guy in Will Anderson who's a good football player, but is he great? I have some serious questions about his ceiling because he's a little bit skinny. And after his first step, if he doesn't get to the quarterback after that first step, I think he's done because his power moves aren't really there for me. I could regret saying this. I'm rooting for Will Anderson, got nothing against the guy. All I'm saying is the Houston Texans moved up and gave up a ton of draft capital to go get Will Anderson. And if he just turns into a guy that each year is just about a 84 to 85 overall in Madden, then like what are you doing here? Like, why did you give up so many draft picks? It's kind of like going all in to find your spouse and you're just kind of disappointed in the end where she's a good woman, but is she great? Does she satisfy you every night? You know, there's some question marks there. So again, I am very interested to see how Will Anderson's game translates to the NFL. I think he's a good player, but will the Texans be disappointed eventually in what they get from Will Anderson? Only time will tell.